last time on Metroid Fusion. We finished how many more sectors? We did a sprint to the boiler room and fought a scientist and repaired the air conditioning again. We got our fusion variasuit. That was in Sector 6, the dark nocturnal one. We went back up the elevator to the main part, the main, I don't know, bridge, I guess, above all the different sectors. We freed the animals, and now we're going to a data upload place, I think in Sector 5 is what the computer said, to get our power bombs. Finally, power bombs. There's been a lot of stuff that's been blocked by power bombs. And, we tried to do some backtracking to get a couple items we missed. I think we did maybe get one, but for the most part, everything is blocked. You know, we can't go out of order. We've learned that about this game, so we can go ahead and continue. Sorry if my English is a bit broken. Haven't practiced much. No, you're doing great. No worries. I mean, we do ask for English only here, but like all levels, and it's such good practice to use Twitch chat, and we can help you out too if you have any questions or like need a nudge. You're doing great, Laredo. Hello, humans of the YouTube. I'll be honest, during Final Escape of Zero Mission, I was on the lookout for animals to save. Yeah, I think I mentioned it, but didn't see any signs. Fusion and Super got me trained. Thought it was a supercut of the last stream. No, I'm just summarizing, yeah. Humans of YouTube and bots of DMCA, what's up? Okay. We need to... Oh, and I remember we were talking about whether or not I should go up to that top section, that red door, but it's still going to be locked because it's a level 4 lock. So I think we just go to Sector 5. The fusion suit looks like vomit! No! I love the fusion suit, the variasuit, because, and I have like a skewed perspective, they have those really cute rainbow worms in the nocturnal area where you pick this up. I think you look like a rainbow, a cool rainbow. Last time on Metroid Fusion with gameplay footage confused me. No, you're good, Wooden. I'm glad it comes across as a supercut. That's like, you know, kind of what we're going for. Here, we'll pay a visit to Ridley really quick. Looks like vomit lasagna. Sammy, hi, welcome in. It's one of your faves. I think the fusion suit's very divided. Let's go... We have to go up to go down. Yeah. Normal fusion suit's one of the best designs. Samus is wearing a dino hoodie. Exactly. Okay, we're bonking our head on a lot of ceilings. Gotta warm up. And then we go across this way. How long has it been since we played? Not that long. Oh, we got this item last time. We had never gone in there before. It feels like a long time. I feel like I'm fumbling the controls. I'm sure this frozen Ridley will never become a problem. No, absolutely not. Yeah, we gotta go pick up power bombs in Sector 5. Arc. Have we done anything in here yet? This is the frozen one. No, that's cryo. Alright, I don't think this is gonna say anything new either. You've been to this data room before, but I'll show you its position again. Okay, now move out. Oh yeah, I remember like at the end of stream last time, the computer says, go, now. And we were like, nope, we're just gonna save our game and leave. Gonna have to watch the YouTube videos. There's only 2, and I was struggling so much getting the last one uploaded. It was just, it wouldn't do, it wouldn't process the HD. It took forever. Want to see reaction to SAX? Yeah. SAX? Sykes? No, no, no. No relation. Mikhailo, hi, welcome in. Greetings from Mexico, hi. Good to have you. Greetings from the US. Oh. That changed from one enemy to another enemy. And these yellow doors are open now. They weren't open before. Well, they were when we came back here to backtrack. Have we not been over here? Apparently not. Okay. What did we do last time to solve this? There was one similar to this that we had to figure out. Gonna get on my day with sun's coming through the window. Okay, Chai, sounds good. Have a good day. Take care. Only uploaded like 7 videos total. They upload the SD and then you can close the browser. Oh, Sykes, that's what I do every time. Like, I do it the night before and then I just let it sit. I don't let it go public until it says the HD is done. And I usually just let it simmer, but it went like 24 hours of simmering. I was like, okay, something's broken. We're just gonna re-upload. I know. Like, I didn't know that the first time, but we've gotten into a process that I like. There was something going on. Colorful the beam is now, I know. Very excited for Dread. Fusion is my favorite since I was a kid. See Nintendo making a sequel makes me happy. Very cool. I'm glad you got the pre-order. I hate the door color conventions. Every time I play, there's a moment I try to use weapons. Yeah, Fenris, that did throw me off too. In the beginning, I kept thinking, oh yeah, this is a door for supers. Nobe, welcome in. Hello, hello. Alright, hoodie time is over for now. So, something on the side here. Something on this side here. Oh, okay, cute. I feel like I shouldn't trust these walls over here either. For good reason. Okay, well, we'll come back. That's not what I meant to do. I remember you. Oh, and this had an item in the ceiling. Do we think... Did we ever test down here even though we found the item in the ceiling? Just to see if there was an exit? Yeah. I'm finding so much. Who's that? Hmm? We've seen that shadow once before. Oh, and we have, ice missiles now. I kind of forgot about that. Akuar, hi. Welcome. From this moment on, this is where the fun of fusion begins. Oh yeah? Let's find out. I remember we got ice missiles and then I tried freezing all these like they were platforms I needed or something. I don't know. Yeah, forget it. And I think these are power bomb blocks. This is a very active shadow in the background here. Every time I catch a Metroid stream, I never know what's going on, but the music's a bop. Yeah. That's fair, Wooden. You know, we're a bounty hunter and we're killing monsters. Hey Sankari, welcome in. Should have used colors that didn't match up with the old weapons. I knew what you meant, yeah. Oh, I can absorb these now, that's right. Oh, Sankari, we just finished hoodie time, so if you want to wait a little bit, otherwise I'm gonna refund it if you do it now. I'm sorry you missed it. We voted on our hoodie of the week. Sardonia, welcome in. Oh, I need to change the command since we finished the vote. Thank you for reminding me. Hoodie of the week is Dino. Chuck! Oh my gosh, true year. I love it here. Thanks for the comfy cozy gangs. You're all great. You're all breathtaking. No, you. Thank you for 13 months. Thank you for tier 2. Happy Monday. Welcome back to the human race. Enjoy your Earth badge, your emotes, your ad-free viewing. Thanks, Chuck. Thanks for the hype. You're required to show off. We already did, Sankar. You just missed it. Like, I was wearing it for the first bit of stream. Baker's ear. Yeah. Thank you for the host. I appreciate it. I'm sorry. This is where we're gonna go. Oh, I kind of wanted that energy, but it's fine. We can grab this. Okay, data room. Power bombs. Finally. How does this? Yeah, okay. Ooh, they make a cool noise. We get 10 of them right off the bat. I feel like there's gonna be a thing above us. No. How do we get up there? What's up next after Fusion? We do need to talk about that, actually. We need to, decide what's up next because we're closing in, I think, on the end of Fusion not too long from now. Maybe 1 or 2 more streams if I had to guess. Sure, we'll fall all this way. It's fine. Is this gonna be power bombs? No. Can announce that I'm starting Kingdom Hearts. Oh no, I don't think I could hack it. So my top picks, and we're gonna have to maybe do a poll or something. I think I'm down to try Metroid 2, which is the Game Boy one, right? Or I guess these are top picks because they're the easiest for me to stream. As much as I wish we could do Samus Returns, I don't have a way to stream it. I don't have a DS. I don't have a modded DS. What is Other M on? I don't think I want to play Other M. I'm just putting that out there. I don't think it's gonna happen. Oh, this is the fake. It's on Wii. Okay. So then we don't really have a way to play it either. You didn't really try Nestroid. We did. I mean, unpopular opinion, I liked Other M. That's fine. That's totally fine. And I've heard people liked it for the gameplay and had mixed opinions on the story. You know, I'm not here to shame anybody for which ones they like and don't like. I just don't think it's for me. But that's okay. Yeah, I understand there are ways to emulate the DS and the Wii, but Metroid 2 is certainly easier to emulate. Like, that's just more appealing to me than having to figure out, I don't know, systems that don't really have super compatible controls to emulate on a PC. Oh. We kind of just, you know, walked right into this. Are we supposed to blow this up, or are they gonna blow it up? I think we're supposed to blow it up. Looney, hi, welcome. So now what do I do? Wait for them to leave, or are they gonna come back? Do they have like a heartbeat sound in there? Ooh. It's okay, we all like different things. Exactly, so call. It's good for a Game Boy game. I'm intrigued by Metroid 2, and then AM2R, and then the other one on my radar is Prime 2, which I'm scared of, and we've talked about extensively, but we could try it. Go, 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 go! I wonder if there was a secret in that room. Wait, also, this looks like a complete dead-end situation here. Oh, I see. I think we have to, like, hop up. Come on, jump off. Can I not? Okay, hang on. Wait, if I go out here, are we gonna get caught? I'm scared. Oh, no. That was weird. They make you think there's a thing right there. Hey, Spirit Crystal, welcome in. I don't think you can stream on Twitch. Oh, that's right. And we talked about AM2R having the DMCA issue. Metroid 2 doesn't have an in-game map. Zero Shaman looking one up? Yeah. Or, I mean, we could draw one and have one as a reference. Prime 2 is harder than Prime and it's not bad. Boss is tough as nails. And the comparisons I've seen from, like, you all and from YouTube comments are, it's like the things that are hard about Prime 1 bosses are even harder about Prime 2. The things that are scary and, like, grueling enemies about Prime 1 are even scarier and more grueling in Prime 2. I'm like, those are all the things I didn't like about Prime. The exploration and the cool music and the maps, even better in Prime 2, so there's obviously an upside, but streaming AM2R, maybe something to look up. Yeah, play on your spare time. It's on my list to play. I don't know if I'll be able to stream it. Just a little dated. I think we'll go for Metroid 2. I didn't expect to have this this extra time after Fusion either, so I thought it was gonna be like sprint through Fusion to Dread. Pants, welcome in. Hello. Eclectic, hello. Alright, we're gonna try something new today. Let's see how this works out. I had a little trouble keeping up with you all on Friday, so we're gonna try slow mode for a little bit and see how it goes. How do I do this? 5. It's default in seconds, I think? Yeah. Prime 2 is a lot more stressful rather than a pure difficulty increase. Gotcha. The hype is so strong. I know. I love it, but I want to be able to keep up. We're going to play around with some slow mode settings. These weren't here before, so I think SAX is gone now. Do I need to have you as a platform? I don't think so. Chat is very powerful. Okay. This is just the little fake out. Oh, hello. You know, maybe I'll just run past. So I think we'll probably play Metroid 2 or maybe do a vote between Metroid 2 and Prime 2. Are we... do we have to figure out some way out of here now? I think that was our exit over there. Between us, we can fluster one gen if slow mode's off. I just don't want to miss too much. Oh, whoops. I wanted that health. Oh, no, I'm fine, actually. I need the missiles more. Thank you! And we don't even need missiles, and we only have, I think, 15 power bomb slots anyway. Interesting. Metroid 2 is shorter. That's good. Good to know. Can I grab this ledge? No? I'm confusion. Alright, well we should do this again because I think we need this railing. But I don't understand how to... Alien Lizard, welcome in. How's it going? Didn't know you streamed on Monday. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. But Sunday is our puzzle day. Or like something other than whatever series we're working on. Musically, welcome in. How's it going? Prime 2 is good. I'm worried that it kind of expands on things you didn't like about Prime 1. Yeah. Yeah. Oddly enough, never played 2. Didn't finish SR either. Ridley Killer, welcome in. I like the game shows you how powerful Samus is from the outside perspective. SAX is terrifying. I realized I missed Sunday's Witness stream, decided to take a peek at the VOD, ended up watching most of it, now I'm seeing circles and lines everywhere. Wouldn't I know? Oh my gosh. We were watching Adventure Time last night and I was like, there's lines on Jake and Finn's ceiling, oh no! Sykes. Does Prime 2 have, fast travel? How do I... Have I done this yet? I don't think we did this yet. Okay, that was the answer. Yeah, let's go this way. Prime 2's more interconnected. Keen on the lore, just depression kneecapped me. Oh no. Finished 2 for the first time weeks ago. Surprised how playable it was. Still difficult to approach, but not as bad as Nestroid. For pre-Dread, the primes are pretty self-contained. That's true. Samus Returns make better connection with Fusion and Dread. I know, but Samus Returns I don't think I'm gonna be able to stream, unfortunately. Metroid series would have developed without Metroid 2 Return of Samus. Would Zeb show up in a bunch of games like Hyrule in Zelda and the Mushroom Kingdom in Mario? Kind of has fast travel, but not really. Won't say more than that. Well, fair, yeah. Alright. We already did the security room. We don't need to do it again. It's worth playing off stream. Oh, yeah, if I can figure out Citra. I feel like there was a bunch of... No, I don't know if there's a bunch of hidden stuff in this room. Maybe some. I remember this is a thing, right? Along the left side of this room? Yeah. Is this a thing? Yeah. Okay, we've been through here before. We can save, that's fine. Hoping they put Prime Trilogy on Switch. I know, yeah. Played Metroid 2 on 3DS with the original resolution and green screen. It was a beautiful experience. Nice, Jerryax.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Omni Mitch, thank you for the follow. Thanks for supporting a fellow human. Welcome in. Oh, we can open these now. Oh, I assume. We haven't tested it yet. This was our theory. What if they put it on Switch? Yeah. Hey, Jiggly, welcome. Happy Monday, everybody. I hope your weeks are starting off well. We can go in here now. This is my first Metroid game and second Game Boy game. My first Game Boy I got Star Trek Next Generation, which sucked. Oh no! Traded it for Metroid 2. Had it ever since. Wish I still had Game Boy. There's a Next Generation Game Boy game? What's going on with this room? Oh. Can I learn anything from here? Oh, there's crumble blocks. Okay. Is this whole thing just a stack of crumble blocks? No? Am I going to be able to see those from above? I hope so. If I do this, does it blow up the rippers? No, but it shows me all of the crumbles. Can I use that? Oh, weird. I think that's not... Okay. We can do this. Can you... Okay, no. That's fine. Nope, nope. No! Ugh, this is annoying. So, even though it would be cool to get this one out of the way, I think we want it to be frozen so we can use it as like a little platform? No. Maybe it needs to be further over. How come I can jump off of that one but not these? It's okay. It's not great. I love Next Generation, but the Game Boy game was terrible. Oh no. We can do this. Is it normal for the beetles to be floating? Yeah, normally they're up in the air and you either freeze them and turn them into platforms, or you can, in Super, you can grapple off of them, but this, they make it look like they're crawling. No, that's wider than it said it would be. Weird. No, that's not what we want. They're hovering. Weird. We can get past this one if I do it right. See, how come that's working? And I don't like that I can't grab that ledge. Aha! No! I always get a sleepy feeling with this music. Yeah, a little bit. This one turns around so fast. Okay. I think we need it to be right exactly centered. I don't think that's it. We'll try again. Sounds like a haunted music box a little bit, yeah. Come on, Samus. You can do it. Go! Okay. Oh, that was close. But worth it. Let's go. I wonder if we need this hallway as a Shine Spark hallway. We got it! Thanks for the hype. Tim Burton Christmas, yeah. Now we want to get out of here, I guess. I feel like there's so many more backtracking items we can get now that we have this. And secrets and stuff. Like, didn't we just find that room? No, the room in the bottom had screw attack blocks, not power bomb blocks. Oh, but there was a room that had power bomb blocks. Tempting to go back and do another loop. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's worth it. I'm tempted. What happened to the bird shadow? I wonder also, oh, those things run away from us now. I wonder so many things. Let's go down below again. Are we gonna see SAX again? Was there something here? But we had...
Yay.
Spirit Crystal. Thank you so much. Wow. That's really cool. You subscribed for 5 months in a row. Welcome back to the human race. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. All the way until January. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Enjoy your Earth Badge, your emotes, your ad-free viewing. I don't know if that gives you your badges as you go or it gives them like all at once, but that's so cool. I think that's the first time that's ever happened. Such a cute alert, thanks. That's our bee and puppy cat alerts. All the hype. Let's get some hype, some joy, some love in chat. And a hello, Eclectic. Thanks for the hello. Welcome back to the human race 5 times fast, yeah. Happy to be here. Happy to have you. Heck yes. I think it was this room, right? Oh no, we already had power bombs. What am I thinking of then? Oh well. Was it that other room halfway up that big hallway? I'm so confused. And this is blocked off now. Thank you for thanking the mods. I hope they make a Switch version of Samus Returns. That would be really cool. That would be very, very cool. It's tough. And, you know, we've got some amount of time before Dread. A limited amount of time before Dread. Like I said on a different stream, after that point we can see how much we want to go back in and if we want to try other emulators. Maybe we can, but I don't know. I don't know. I wish there were infinite Metroid games on infinite number of platforms. And there just aren't. Make your own Metroid game, yeah. If you're confused, nav rooms are the answer? No, not confused. I'm trying to remember a hidden item, like a block that I wanted to use a power bomb on now that we have power bombs. But I forget where it was. We all wish that, I know, Jerryax. Oh, this room has a... we can go through faster now. Should make older games more accessible, yeah. Was it this room? I think it was this room. Well, that extra loop didn't take us very long. Why is that there? I know we got the item that was up in the corner, but this is just trolly. About preserving access to legacy content in general, yeah. At least brings advanced titles to online system next week. That would be cool. We can hope. We can dream. Oh, this was the screw attack room, right? Also, there's a couple of these. Yeah. Upper Casserole, welcome in. Hello, hello. Metroid, yeah. Yeah, I guess we can hang out with the computer now. Return to your ship? I have important information. But I'm not done exploring. But all the locks are not open yet either. Wait, what's in this big room? Return to your ship. No! You missed the emergency in Frankersy. Yeah, that was last stream. We did pretty good with it too. I'm proud of myself. Okay. I feel like there's stuff that we can still get in this sector before we leave. Aha! Oh, we got this early on. I can use you as a platform, right? We never went up here. Hold up, my hoarder sense is tingling. I need more items. Nintendo's actually really great at preserving entire back catalog of games. They just apparently don't want people to play them. Ah, yes. Interesting. I want more freedom. Yeah, the computer's always trying to tell me what to do, and I don't like it. Don't tell me what to do! Oh, well, I have no idea how to do that room. Is this our way back out? Yeah. Enemies look like they have mustaches. Yeah, a little bit. Okay. We'll do a quick save. What don't we have? But see, the other things we were missing for full access are the stage 4 locks, level 4 security locks, and gravity suit, I guess, and power bombs, which we have now, which makes me want to go back and do all these other sectors all over again. I think we're gonna skip it for now. I think we'll oblige. And we saved right beforehand, which is good. Oh no, we're stuck in the elevator shaft. It's a trap. Is this where that other thing comes out that I was constantly wondering how we would ever break it open? Also, why is that one block was just missing? Also, can I not destroy these? Weird. We're back to the Link's Awakening music. Oh. Hi, Ridley. What's going on? Is it gonna scream? Is this a scream warning? Mr. L, welcome in. Oh no. How do I... Oh, this? Seems disrespectful. Ooh, creepy new enemies. Here. They're like drooling on the walkway. I'm just gonna use these. Seems like the right thing to do. Oh, health. What a strange hallway. Nice Ridley fight, thanks. Can I explode these now? Okay, well, here's our item. Yeah, this is what I was... Okay, where we kept coming down here and wondering how I would ever get that item. Now we know. Weird. What's going on with the ship? Oh, everything's locked again. Look, look, look. Level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. We can open this, we can destroy this thing now, but we can't open these doors. Creepy. Alright. I'm gonna... I guess save here? Oh, this is locked too. Okay, no, they just are like... Go to the ship, don't delay. Yeah, it's scary. SAX is messing with us. And this is where we just emerged from. Is there any secrets over here? Now that we have special power bombs? Oh, those are, Oh. But this is below that other room we were in before? Reactor silo? Can we blow up these cicada things now? No, they're permanent. Interesting. Oh, we can freeze them. Oh, I wonder if you have to like freeze it and then bomb it? Seems like a lot of things for one enemy. I keep forgetting I have charge beam. I don't know what to do there. Okay. Interesting. I'm just gonna go for it, I guess. Biologic Space Labs. Is our ship even still here? What's going on with the ship? I guess? The main silo of the reactor core has gone offline. That's why all the elevators and station systems are down. Elevators and hatches won't work. This doesn't bode well. If you can get to this point, you may be able to start the auxiliary power system. Then we can figure out why the main silo went offline. Okay? I asked you to return here to tell you. Some strange creatures have boarded your ship! I confirmed that they were not ex-hosts and gave them a birth. Do you know anything about these strange creatures? Were they the source of the healthy biosigns earlier? Look at this funny little, like, animals taking selfies in my ship. Very well then, their presence in the midst of this disaster must have some significance. I will keep them here. Save the animals! Weird. Is that bug gonna be gone now, do we think? Photobombing Edakun, yeah. It is gone! It was just there because, you know, progression. Okay. Weird. This is made before the word selfie even existed. Yeah, photobomb. This is gonna be tricky, I feel like. They're gonna make it hard for us to get to the energy. Reactor core. Ah! What are all these ladders and things for? Oh, I bonked my head on this vine. I didn't realize that was... No, come on. Nothing? Nothing up here? Just a bunch of explodey blocks? Oh, I guess I could have maybe used those to get across the room. It doesn't say that there's any treasure in here. What's up here? Edicone chilling on the Decora's back, yeah. Oh, hi, Space Pirate. What's up? Oop. This has to be a crumble block, right? No? Okay, good. Health refill. Interesting. This looks like a path? No? Hard to tell what's just scaffolding and what's important. Even the pickups are suspicious, I know. There's ones that fight back. And then of course the ever problem or distressing like crumble blocks right beneath the pickup. Oh, here we go through. Oh, not fair. Okay. How do I get you? Oh. No, get up. Whatever. I wonder if I miss the opportunity to pick it up if I go too far. Oh! Oh, there's an eyeball door. Twitch is being borky for me. It's late for me. Okay, Wooden. Thank you for the lurk. Take care. Have a good night. Couple mimic items. Yeah. Eyeball door. Keep trying to jump over this and failing. We took a lot of damage from all those pirates. I feel like there's another way through to the other side. I feel like that was something to the right too. Oh well. No, I need to... Maybe we just need to do one of these. Very creepy. We can't see any blocks from using a power bomb, which makes me think one of these is just invisible that we can go through. Loki, hi! Welcome in, thank you for the raid, I appreciate it. How's your stream? Hello, hello. What were you doing? Building some more today? Can I get a shout out for Loki, please? Free Samus, yeah. I hope everything was good. It's good to have you in here. Always good to see you. Love the raid music against the game music, yeah. Otafu, welcome in. How's it going? Idor's fault. It wants to hoard your raspberry space jellies. Spade, welcome. Finished the stable and built a pig pen. Nice. Fun. Very fun. Everybody go check out Loki. We just raided him last night. It was a good time. Now he's returning the favor. We are, also hi, I'm Jen, if you don't know me, welcome. We're in the reactor core of Metroid Fusion. And there's this door up there that I think we're trying to get to. But I don't know how to get there quite yet. Be like you need nom. Sounds good, enjoy your food, we'll see you around. And thanks for the lurk. And the raid. Oh, there it is. It didn't go. I must have been off screen. I still don't fully know how those work yet, but it's fine. Hi. Gimme health! Oh, and immediately through the door. that? What is that? Fire spider? Hello? No, don't eat me. Oh, this is horrible. I was trying to wall jump and I failed. I don't think this is something that I can like wall jump over. Here, have a power bomb. Didn't do anything. The music's a bop though. Oh, we're dead anyways. We got one shot in. Dun, 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 dun. I don't like how far back it puts you though. That's frustrating. It's the bop! Everyone bop! Yeah, I wish there was a save closer. We, do we have to go back into... Oh, no. These are all rhetorical questions. Sorry, just a reminder. I'll figure it out. Give me a chance to, like, run around and do it myself before telling me what to do. Jim, welcome in. How's it going? Do we have to do this again? Weird. Oh, it did. Okay, I forgot that it saved before we did this. I assumed the save happened after this exchange. Hi, animals. It's okay. I don't mind seeing them again. Arachnophobia intensifies. That is a good point. If you're not into spiders, if you're afraid of them, if you can't handle them, it's a spider boss, so... but it's gonna take us a minute to get back there. Okay, cool. More Etakun photobombs, I know. The save should happen after. I assumed that it did. Wrongfully assumed, that it saved afterwards, because I just completely forgot. Don't mind spiders much IRL, but in games... Well, yeah, in games they make them... They give them weapons, and they make them giant and amplify all your worst fears. Dang, I gotta remember where all the pickups were that we got. The difficulty spikes. That's okay. I'll enjoy the challenge. Arachnophobes who also like Twilight Princess. Oh my gosh. Don't mind spiders unless they breathe fire. Yeah. That makes it a problem. I guess we're getting all the map squares here first. Is that really the only reason I wanted to go up top? Yeah. Spinnerack is cute. Good counterpoint, yeah. We could try to get through this room without taking so much damage this time, perhaps. Oops. Whatever. A trick you discover, but you won't say what. Okay. Particular reason behind the need to clear all map tiles, just because we want to. we like 100%ing the map. I'm terrified of spiders in real life, and sadly just about every game has spiders in them. Dang, Deepness and Hollow Knight in particular was a trip. Yeah, that one's really bad for spiders. The key for the fight is redacted. Exactly. I forget where it was on this side. Are they all bombable and not something I can break with my arm cannon? Okay. Oh no. Those ones all, the health immediately goes to the next pirate. There we go. Good job, Jen. We're gonna land right on its head this time, though. Can't spell today? Mr. Mai, welcome in. Do that one thing with the boss. The thing where you win, you gotta do that. Mm-hmm. This fight has more depth than one sneaky trick. That's good. I mean, sometimes we like a sneaky trick. Sometimes it's just you hitting your head against a wall until that one trick happens, so... I forget how we... Yeah, we did this, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Spade, thank you for the follow. Thanks for supporting a fellow human. We got this. Mm-hmm. Alpha, how's it going? Welcome. I don't think there was anything else over here. Other than for us to just keep... Oh yeah, and then we got through that one part where I had to use power bombs. No. There we go. This part, I feel like... I wish there was a way to go to the right there, but I don't think that's it. Attempting to make bread? Nice.
Yes, yes, yes.
Chaz Story, thank you for the follow as well. Thank you, thank you. So we did this last time, and then I had to follow the blast up here so that I would see the... block when we got it. I almost didn't think it was gonna give us the window. Okay, here we go. I'm new here. Welcome in. Glad to have you. Powerbomb should hit stuff you don't see. Well, I did it wrong the first time. So now we're doing this this method. Metroid bread. Yeah, exactly. Been playing Fusion 2 as well as the previous 3. Excited for Dread? Heck yes. Ugh, okay. This is very scary. I almost feel like there should be a block right in front of us so we can just sneak around the top of the room. Ooh, I killed the music by doing that? No. Have the Game Boy Advance cart for Fusion next to me. That's awesome. I have my Game Boy Advance, my SP next to me. It keeps getting shown off during stream. I have all my carts just cause we keep talking about them. We keep bringing up Wario Land 4 too. And I have that one. Haven't seen Year-Old Moldy Bread. Okay. So... let's try again. Save state? Not yet. No, we're gonna we'll give it a shot. You know. With super task skills, one can skip this fight, but Fusion doesn't actually let you progress, so you have to go back. Oh, interesting. Fusion is just a Wario Land mod, exactly. I don't know. What else did we learn from this fight? We have to avoid it picking us up as long as we can, which I don't really know how to do. And then when it shoots missiles at us... oh god. I literally don't think there's a way to escape that. Just get picked up 3 times immediately in a row. Stop it! Oh, this is horrible. What a waste of time. Just instant death from 4 pickups. That's so funny. Okay, well we don't have to listen to the dialogue again. Last time, like, it went up in the air more, and we had a little bit of time to kind of run around and flounder around, but this time it just didn't give us a single moment of relief. Speedrun tech. We can try to go to the left this time. We never end up land. Ooh, there is a spot there. I don't think I can get to it though. Unless we... oh, I don't know, like ball spark or something. Interesting. Still got all my Game Boy carts. Metroid 2 is literally one of the first games I ever owned. Nice. Spider combo! It's juggled me before, yeah. Yep. It's brutal. Alright, well... maybe we'll go through one of these different doors this time. Mix things up a little bit. Oh. We've never even seen what was there. I think we can't go through them. Oh, there's a save room. Duh. Is it? But it's not working because everything shut down? That's a bummer. Prime was my first video game. Definitely a good entry point. Yeah. Metroid 2 cart no longer holds saves. Yeah, I feel that. That's so frustrating. I feel that pain with my Pokemon Silver cart. It's tragic. Space Station has not many candles for this type of situation. The power outage situation. Oh, I did not think you were gonna jump up there. It's fine. It's fine because when we get to the eyeball door, it refills all of our stuff. Recommend zero mission first. Yeah. Silver randomized when. I don't know that I'm gonna get into Pokemon randomizers, but it looks like an okay time. No! I missed the health. It's okay. There. How does this pickup work again? Like this. I did Super Metroid Randomizer for the first time. Had to learn 2 speedrun tricks right at the start to progress. Yeah, we did some Super Metroid Randomizer on the stream. It was a lot of fun. We learned a couple tricks. We got through like a decent chunk of it. We did a few different seeds. It was very entertaining. J-Dub, what's going on? Happy Monday. It's good to see you. I saw your game request. Ekenfell? However you say that. It sounds intriguing. I like the I like the saving convention. We like cats in video games. Oh, here we go. I always forget where that block is. And this is the point of no return. I wish we could go back to that other room and save, even just after this section, getting those pickups. But we can make it over here. I was wondering if this was a crumble block or something on this side. Hehe. Didn't want you to sequence break, yeah. I know. That was better luck that time. That means we'll get through this fight this time, right? Morph ball goes boop 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 boop. Yeah, I like the morph ball noise. Oh, do we save state it? Do we dare? It's just a very long, grueling walk. Ekenfell, wasn't sure if it'd be your thing. Depends how much you like RPGs. Yeah, I mean, we haven't done very many. I haven't played very many at all. It depends how the fighting is, the fighting mechanic, whatever they use for battles. Wanted to let you know it existed regardless. Speedrunners don't like those eye doors. I can see why. Save state would be fine. I kind of want to make one and then we can decide if I want to use it. How does that sound? Delete up is poor design. It's just slightly annoying. Just saving time, I guess. I don't know. I don't think everyone would agree, but I don't have any problems with it. I'd rather do it now and not get like past the point of annoyance than do it later Oh, I meant to jump there and I messed it up. No, let me wall jump over you. Okay. Oh, nope, shit. I couldn't get away, but we got 2 shots in that time. Oh, shit, I hit the fire. Nope. We're dead. That drop, you have like 75 health as you're being lifted off the floor, but you know it's gonna do like 100 or something when you come back down anyway. Stream knows you can get to Yakuza, so there's nothing to prove. Oh, you're all so supportive. Thank you. Nice thing about Aiken Fell is the combat's almost entirely optional. Oh, and I think you mentioned that too, J-Dub. That's right. There's like an instant button. Cool. Japanese Mafia was this effective. Like, is there a connection why they picked this name? Just cause? Its move pattern is just like the DVD screensavers, yeah. Oh my gosh. Alright, yeah, I don't really want to run back and get the pickups every time. Wow, how'd we get here so fast? Didn't mention it. Don't give me credit for that. Oh, I thought you did. Oh, that's okay. Time travel. Yes. So we learned that I suck at wall jumping under pressure. But I don't know that the best option there is to bounce off the wall. I wonder how... You know, the shape of that thing is really big. I wonder if it can fit into the corners or if we're safe if we're in like a tiny little ball in the corner. Fusion wall jumping sucks. It's so different. I miss super wall jumping. I don't know if I thought I would ever say that, but I'm most used to it of any of the wall jumping. I've played that game more than any of the other games because we did randomizer. I have more hours in it. Okay. Well, we'll try again. You can't wall jump off a single wall. I know, I miss it. I loved that. No, 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 panic. Unless you're a task bot. Oh. I didn't test my theory. This is a good theory. Does it, like, have a blind spot? Oh no, the fire is in the way of my sneaky hiding place. Okay, well. Run! Ugh. No, I jumped right into it. I was trying to jump over the fire. Are we dead? I don't think this is how you're supposed to do it. We've only got 41 health. No, don't do that right there. Oh, I messed up too. Oh, I hit it. I was trying to jump over it and I hit it right in its face. Progress. Just took an online class and got 100%. Nice, Sykes. We're still on the spooter. I know. Corner mostly works except when it doesn't. Okay. We learned something. Felt better, yeah. Has 6 legs, technically not a spider. Well. Still scary. Still not fun. I should probably only do one shot there because... Oh. Because I keep missing and... I keep getting hit by the flames as we're trying to do the second one. I kind of just want to stay here this time. Regain my confidence. Is this... I wonder if this is also such a huge RNG thing where you hope that it aims from you from certain places and not others, because I feel like you get really trapped in certain locations. No, aim up! Ugh. You can run under there. I wonder if I'm supposed to be like sprinting back and forth at opportune moments. Took my hiding spot. How much damage does that fire do? And can I just camp like right next to it? Oop, 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 rip. Can I put out the fire with an ice missile or something cool like that? That would be fun. I don't know what to do there. Interesting. Oh, Geriax. I've heard of that before. If you Google screensaver DVD, the logo starts moving. It's like one of those fun Google Easter eggs. What are the other ones? Ones where it like spins around or something? James, welcome in. Hated this boss when I was 12. Devil Hunter, welcome in. Got to the boss room super quick. I know, we teleported to the boss room. I don't like this fight. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. I don't even think I have to crouch, to be honest. I think I could just hang out here. I can't put out the fires with an ice missile. Sad day. Okay. We're doing a thing. I almost want to just wait for the times when it's like right here. Oh, 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 oh. That did not work. Okay, alright. Yeah, techno bop. I do like this music. Okay, this is going well for us. Ooh, it's purple now. They change colors, that's usually a good sign. It stopped there every single time. Ooh, the flames are too close together. But I'd rather get hit with the flames than get carried around by the spider. Oh. Well. Oh god. Now what are you doing? That's not fair. You're bouncy. Oh, this is silly. I feel like I can't even fathom what's happening right now. I think I have to hit it when its mouth is open, and I keep shooting missiles like every different direction. Oh, it can still pick us up too. Space Invader, thank you for the raid. Welcome in. How's it going? We just barely survived. Oh no. Okay, it does drop health, but I don't think we're gonna make it. Hi friends, welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. I hope we survive this boss fight. No! Hi, thanks for bringing your community over. Playing Wind Waker, nice. Thank you for the shout out, Mistake. I feel like I was yelling during that whole raid greeting. I'm so sorry. Play it forward, thank you. Inos, thank you for the follows. I appreciate it. Blue Wave, hi. Stone and Oak, hi. We got really far that time through that fight. We had really good RNG for the first part, I feel like. No Justice, hi. I'm Jen the Human. I play Metroidvanias, exploration games, puzzle games. I like to keep it pretty chill and calm most of the time while we're doing those things. Harder to do during a boss fight, but we're glad to have you. Rate of 18 people, thanks. No worries, I got raided during a boss fight today too. It happens. It's been a minute since I've been able to come hang. Glad to stop in with the crew and say hello. Glad to have you here. What were you doing in Wind Waker today? Is this a speedrunning, randomized, regular first playthrough? Joe Pavania, welcome in. Greetings from Argentina. Nice. Thanks for coming in from the YouTube channel. Love the glasses. Thank you. These are my Luca glasses. Just a first time playthrough? Awesome. I've never played Wind Waker. I know a couple people who love it. Have I seen it randomized? I think so. Maybe once. YouTube gang. Yeah, we've been playing, this is a very first playthrough of Fusion. Third day, we've been at it for a little bit. Really annoying boss. And just for anybody new here, a quick reminder, it is a completely hint-free, spoiler-free, help-free playthrough. No tips, please. And also, fun fact, it's my cat's birthday today. We are gonna use magic time warping to get back to that boss fight, so you get to see the action all over again. I hope we can pull it off. That ending part is so stressful when it's bouncing around like that. I did not like that. Been trying to get through Wind Temple. Glad I'm finally playing through it. It's really enjoyable. Good. I'm glad you're liking it. Oh, that was cheap. I thought we were safe there. It's BB's birthday today. She's 9 years old. Happy birthday, Kitty! Thank you. We gotta bring her in soon. We should bring her in for the Raiders. I didn't even think of that. We should let her say hi to you all. Oh, this is not fun. Why would you go right there? Come on, let me have this. Oops. Alright, we still got one missile. Nintendork, welcome in. We're doing the spider boss. It's been a challenge. Need the cat jams? Yeah. Ooh, I found the gap somehow. That was good. Feel free to spam any and all of the dance emotes in chat if you want to. Yeah, there you go, Trav. I don't have to be in a morph ball when I'm over here. I keep getting hit by the flames. It's okay though. Does it turn red before? Oops. The next section? No, it just does this nonsense. I just don't know how to not take damage during this part. Just completely... Oh, because it hits the ground and it... It, like, shakes everything up and makes us bounce. The spinning! Stop it! There we go, and now we gotta do this. Give me health! Oh, come on. Oh god. I want those! Alright, whatever. Frick, no! I wanted those health pickups. Ugh. They all just flew so far away. Alright, let's do this really quick, and then... Why don't you all say hi to my cat for her birthday? We'll go to this screen, why not? Free cat cameos on cat birthdays.
Yay.
Okay. What just happened? Oh, Space Invader! Thank you so much for the sub! I appreciate it! Welcome to the human race. Enjoy your Earth badge, your emotes, your ad previewing. We're very glad to have you. I really appreciate it. Tense cat cameo, I know, with this music, the creepy music. Here's BB, she's 9 years old. Her information from the Humane Society said she had a September birthday, and I adopted her in September, so her gotcha day is her birthday. We double up, and we celebrate big. So floofy. Happy birthday, BB! Happy birthday! I needed a break from that boss fight, so she gets to come in and say hi. She's so gorgeous. She's such a fluffy cat. Thank you, Spacey. She's got the cute little mittens. We love her very much. Thank you for being so good on camera. Good job. Okay. That's all for now. All the birthday snuggles. A little bit. Good job. Okay. Whew. We can do this. We got this. We can do this. We got this. Ugh. We're so close. Cat jam away. Ooh, that was really close too. I feel like that first pass usually grabs us. Where are you gonna land? Right there? Yeah. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Kick its butt, Jen. Thanks, Chuck. We have cats on our side, exactly. Ooh, that was fast. Ooh, look, it let me sneak right in there. Okay, this is the magic spot right here. What if I stay here and then does it spawn like right above us? Kind of. Oh, well, it doesn't let me stay there anymore. I'd rather be ready and standing. Look at that! Precision. And it's purple now, which is good. Okay. Oh, the flames are getting us. Now we have to do this annoying part. Ugh. I feel like I took a lot less damage that time. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yay! Gimme, what is it? Space jump! Yes! Worth it. That was a good run. That was definitely the one. Yes! Now we get space jump. Thanks for the hype! Dun, dun, dun. Okay, well I'm glad we ended it on a run that felt good, because those other ones were brutal. Finally, I know! Good riddance! Thanks everybody. Murphy, hi, welcome in. Yeah, that was a clean fight. That was not bad. We took so much less damage. That bouncing part when its legs pop off and you're having to like aim this way, aim this way, aim this way, and I was just... It was stressful, but we got it. Magus, thank you for the 9 months. Welcome back to the human race. Enjoy your brand new 9-month Earth badge, your emotes, and your ad-free viewing. We're very glad to have you. Thanks for the GGs and the resub. Welcome in. You know what's so good about the fight? You feel you got better in Metroid, and I love the developer giving you that feeling. It's true. That's a very different... Yeah, I was gonna say tougher fight, very different fight. I feel like normally there is like one thing you have to do, and then you get through the fight. And it might be something that's annoying and hard, but you just have to do that one thing and you win the fight. And this one, you're right. It's like, well, there's probably multiple ways to get through that first section. And then you have to do this pew-pew aiming section at the bouncing spider. And then you go into the whole Parasite X super core, whatever that's called. Oh, it's a sponge boss. Or it's a sponge boss. Gotcha, yeah. Let's maybe like safety save. Just cause. And then find a place to save and pause, and we'll go on our stream break pretty soon. Yay. Oh, it's... Yeah, Space Jump feels pretty good. We've got Respin.
Yes. Yes.
We've got
Yes.
Pseudo
Yes.
Screw Attack. And yeah, I like the way it controls. Mr. L, thank you for the follow. Thanks for supporting a fellow human. Glad you could be here for this. Ta, hello. Welcome in. Blurry Vomit Space Jump. Do you want to know the trick? I guess. Sure. As long as it doesn't... Okay, as long as it doesn't spoil any future fights or anything else about the game, though. You're neato, Ta. Kitty Joe, welcome in. Power station. Okay, we get our save stations and our elevators back now, right? Ooh, pretty. Christmas lights. Are there any secrets in this room? I feel like I shouldn't use a power bomb in the auxiliary power room just out of principle. I've been seen. New music? Or maybe one we just haven't heard in a little while? Save rooms and recharge rooms are now back, but with only auxiliary power, no elevators or hatches. That was my next question, because the locks are still closed. Without the main silo online, we're still stuck. Yeah. I do now wish I had kind of taken more time in the lower sectors, but it was worth it. It was cool we got to come up here and do this fight. The source of the problem is the vegetation you saw earlier choking the reactor core. Yes, we did see that. Okay. We'll have to find the source of those roots to proceed. Interesting. And this is back to that main room, right? Yeah. You can squirm out of the grab, but you have to mask the D-pad? Huh, interesting. Yeah, I would have liked to have figured that out on my own during, but we found another way. It's when you have to turn on the light and there's a spider near the switch, totally a common thing. Let's save for reals now. Oh, there's bugs everywhere. Never figured that out until you watch the task. Nice. Buggos. So many buggos. Alright. You know, since we found the save room, we should take our stream break. It's time. This is usually when we take it anyway. I hate to leave you all hanging, but it'll be a quick one. I'm just gonna stretch. I'm gonna give BB some more birthday treats, and then I'll be right back. It's true of Dragon as well. Oh! Yeah, we never figured out how to escape Dragon. Took me nearly 2 decades. Nice. Break time! Have a stretch, take care of yourselves. We'll be back in a couple minutes. Thanks for being here. Welcome back, humans. Hello, hello. I tried to make it a quick one. And then I remembered I had some laundry I really needed to put in the dryer super quick. But we made it back in time. I hope you had a good break. Here we go. Hi. It was glorious what I did in Super. What did I do? Oh, the electric thing for Dragon. Ugh. Brutal. Be right back is now ominous. Scary break is fine. Also, Kitty Joe, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Okay. Yeah, we finished the Yakuza fight, and here we are in the save room right next to this giant reactor. So let's go fight some bugs and figure out what's causing all these problems. Cabrera, welcome in. I hate the build up till a game release. I have to go into denial every time I get spoiled. Oh no. They're spitting on me. Do you hear that noise? There's just straight up spit. Oh, we can go up here now. We couldn't go up here before. We saw that there was a thing, but we had no way around it. Oh, can I do this now? It doesn't... Okay. Wall jump, please. Does it take away your wall jump entirely? No, don't like that. Weird. Oh, I'm not. Okay, alright. There. Gross. This game just lost 10 points in an arbitrary point system where the points are made up and nothing matters. You don't need it when you can fly. But I still like to have it! When suddenly key hunters. I am enjoying Fusion. Yeah, I like it, Cabrera. We just finished. That fight was really hard, but I'm glad we're past it. Bren, hi. I see you lurking. I hope you're having a good Monday. Love the background, yeah. Can disable space jump? I don't know. We weren't able to disable things in Zero Mission. I don't know for this game. I think we still had wall jump in Zero Mission. I thought we did. I don't know. It's alright. A little pessimistic, aren't we? No, I'm quoting, you know, that one show. Whose line is it anyway? Also, this is SAX music. And we've got nowhere to go other than this scary tunnel of roots. I think once we pop out of here, look, the camera won't even pan for me. We're gonna be sighted. SAX music, the heartbeat sound, and the footsteps. And a crumble block. Presumably. What happens if I shoot these roots? Nothing. Well, I don't think we can go anywhere else. Right? Maybe not? Maybe? I don't know. Seriously? You just drop down right... Oh. Wait, I don't have screw attack though. I want to start over. Nah, it's fine. We hadn't heard the fanfare yet today. No, we heard it a bunch. We died a bunch already. Now I have to fight you all over again. Where's those bees? Oh, rip. Oh, hi. I keep missing out on the health they drop. There, got some of it. After taking a million damage. Alright, well, whatever. So... Oh, and I didn't notice it tells you you're in the tropical section. That's cool. Are we, like... Is there a way to know when they're not directly below me? Because that would be cool to not land right on top of them. Run! What kind of a block is this? How am I supposed to know what kind of a block that is? We don't have screw attack. Alright, we need more health for that chase, though. No, come back. No, don't form new enemies. Oh god, these roots, the little, like, plants are everywhere, and I don't even see that they're blocking my path until I run right into them. Okay, smart. What the heck? And this doesn't go in a chain every time we have to break every single one of these one by one? Fun. It's probably right underneath us again. Oh. They like stand there staring at you for a solid minute. I bet like you can avoid this then, because every other time we're not supposed to chase, we're supposed to like sneak. You know? We have no health left. I don't think that's what we're supposed to do. What's going on? I think we're okay, right? Do we have any mods around to check for spoilers? I'm not gonna scroll up in case there was some hints or anything. Please don't offer any tips. We're getting through that section better now, at least. Tombs, how's it going? Welcome in. Okay. How are you liking the game? It's good? It's good? I like it. I don't think we can fight. We don't have plasma or what would I normally have that they have? Well, screw attack and gravity suit and I guess wave beam and yeah. But we know that we can break that that one section of wall with power bombs. Let me past you. No, what the hell? This is so dumb. I'm like shooting right up at it. Does this make you go away, or did I just alert you to my presence? I think they like slowly stalked into that room, But then I alerted them to my presence by doing a power bomb. Okay, we got a little bit farther. These stupid roots, though. I'm ready for them to be gone forever. Oh, hey, hello. No, rude. Rude. The sax footsteps go with the music, yeah. This part is... I guess we could use a power bomb here. Just do that. Oop. Rip. See, that's not fair. That's just silly. Let me get around you while that thing's going off. I wish you could close them again, too. No. That looks like... I thought that was a bug. It's actually like a chicken. It's kind of cute. In its weird way. Don't, no. No hints. No hints. I don't want any help. Just watch the struggle. And honestly, like, the more people hint, the more I'm gonna not do that thing that you tell me to do, because I'm gonna be stubborn about it. Gotta simultaneously love and hate the cat and mouse sections, yeah. I wish I would stand up faster. I'm so slow to unfurl from more... I don't know if that's this game or I've always had an issue with it. I'm not sure. Jump faster! Go, 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 go! Okay, let's see what happens if we still chase here or we get to have them go away. We get to have them go away. So we were close. Try decontorting yourself. True. Good point. Semi, hi, welcome in. I know, today's a great day for Rat Jam and Cat Jam with these songs. Magus. Can't wait to have this type of chase on steroids with Dread. Oh, should be interesting. Give Samus a break. She's literally collapsing her entire self into a tiny ball. I know. I need to give her a break. And if there's something I was supposed to do during that section, I don't want to know. Because you all couldn't follow the no hints rule, so we're just gonna leave it. We're gonna do it the hard way. We escaped the script! Yeah. What happened? Oh, we're locked out. I was gonna say what happened last time was that, we could go back through the hallway. And since SAX wasn't there anymore, we could go back and explore, but we're locked out, so we're just gonna go down here. No spoilers! Yeah, thanks everybody. It's nothing against you personally, but if you spoil something in chat, it's gonna get deleted. I'm gonna delete it, or Ahmad's gonna delete it. Oops. Oh no, we're gonna die here though! These bees. We don't have enough health to continue. Wait, where is this? Have we been in this hallway before? This is in the tropical section, right. Man, we're in a bind. Also, look at this cute little... I think it's just supposed to be a circle with a red dot, but it almost looks like a bug or a frog in the background. SAX stands for Super Awesome X, just FYI, thanks. Oh, I should save those for this room. So that I can kill those bugs. No? I kind of want to save state so I don't have to do that again. Did you order the limited edition of Dread Amiibo? No, I'm just gonna have to buy the online. I need to pre-order like a digital copy, I guess. But I haven't bought it yet. I don't really want to save state with this little health either. Like how the power bomb glitches the music, yeah. Now I'm glad Sector 2 was your favorite. I like, I can never remember the fire one. 3? I like 3 also. Suffer with that energy, I know. I almost want to make an emergency one just for funsies. To see if we can try to get through here. See what this hallway looks like. 3 is pyre, yeah. God, I'm not used to not having wall jump. I miss it. No! I jumped right into that one. So, I feel like we're never gonna have enough health going through there. That's the one place where, the stupid route every time. Where they don't give you enough, like, you know, a bug room. Farming health room. Alright, are we gonna land in exactly the wrong spot? Oh no, we're dead. We didn't do the same thing we did the other times. I don't think we can make it. Oh, maybe, but still not enough health for anything. Go away! Dun, 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 dun. And there wasn't... No, there was something in here. Up above. Why would they have that anyway? It's kind of weird, right? Is that from something we did earlier? Maybe? Do I have to reveal this before it'll let me... That's weird. Oh, I was doing the wrong spot. Wish I could go back through the way I came. But we have more than last time. So we could do this section if we wanted to. I think I love almost about the end of this. I'm not gonna read that. I know it. I don't think it's spoilers, but just in case. Here, follow me down here so that I can shoot at you from a safe spot. No? Okay. No! No! I let the health get away. I probably need all these vines? Maybe, maybe not. Wait, what does this look like over there? Is that the only exit? Oh, we want to go that way because there's a save over there. But the saves don't refill, so... But I feel like I want a normal save after that chase anyway, right? Let's just go down and see. Maybe it's blocked. Maybe we can't go this way anyways. Is this power bomb blocked? Yeah, we've never been down here before. Okay. Give me your health. No, health, stop running away. What? And it's locked? Oh, because all the gates are still locked?
Yes.
So,
Yes.
okay, interesting. Hang on. The bad thing about the enemies is the energy they drop, it's so low for the damage they deal. Yeah, I hate having to chase the energy around. Seems they realized maybe you should quit using Metroid as guinea pig and considering how pissed the fan base. I don't know what you mean by that. Alright. Focus, Jen. Focus. So we don't have a save. We can go and we have the refill rooms though. Or maybe it's just arbitrary block because I feel like the gates, the locked ones, are the ones that are not powered on, but most of the other ones have been powered on. Can we go this way? Oh, we can get that one item that I thought was a Shine Spark puzzle from way back when. Also, what's going on in here? I feel like there's an item below us. Oh god. Pancakes! Health! They're dropping health! Yay! Worth it. We can go into so much more of this area than we could before, which is nice. We're talking about amiibo locked content in Samus Returns. Oh. Having to chase the energy around. I'm playing through Link to the Past and fairies do not stay put. Yeah. What a pain. Oh, and we gotta save here. Nice. Okay. I think we're going backwards than the way it wanted us to, but... oops. I'm cool with that. Metroid amiibo is super cute, yeah. What's over here? Just a bunch of stuff we haven't seen yet. Wow. I could really go for a refill room right about now. Oops. Oh, no, I wanted to... Okay, well... This is something? No, I felt like that was something. Weird. Someone explain amiibos? Like, oh, there's another eyeball door? In Breath of the Wild, it is the one where you can, like, upload Epona from the amiibo. It gives you, like, extra things in-game. And with Animal Crossing New Horizons, if there's a specific villager you want, you can buy their amiibo card. And then you can get them to come to your island without having, like, random chance affect it. Well, shoot, I guess we're fighting a boss with, like, no health? What is this? Because they gave us those pancakes in the other room to give us health? Is that why? I'm gonna go back and maybe save again. And maybe farm the pancake room. Attaching them to DLC sucks. Yeah, there's just a lot of... Taw, some people really like them. Yeah, they got scalped in artificial scarcity to death, yeah. Different amiibo do different things, yeah. It's a pay block. It's like pay to play. It's very frustrating when it's like, hey, you can only get this content by buying this figurine. I mean, if you're not into figurines and you just want the content, then you still have to have this plastic thing. But you could, like, find somebody that just wants the plastic thing if you're only in it for the content, I guess. Some people love them as collectibles. It is kind of odd that, like, they combined collectible and DLC. And if you want just one or the other, you can't pull them apart. It's not just a paywall. Yeah, I see it more now, Taw. It's a physical thing and a paywall. But, I don't know, they decided to do it and they like to make lots of money. Spoof amiibo, yeah. Don't buy stickers, buy the NFC pug for the same price. Infinitely rewritable. Interesting. Who knew corporations like money? Yeah. Well. Oh, I got hit through the door! Was that a knockback glitch? Did you see that? We, like, jumped back as we were going into the room. That's gotta be something, right? Mr. Krabs meme intensifies, yeah. Okay, I feel like every room I'm going in, I'm dropping 600 power bombs because of all these breakable vines. Oh god. Please die. No! I'm gonna die. We came up here to find more health. And to explore. Not to die. Are you running away from me now? I'm gonna use up all my power bombs in this section. Everything's blocked off. Can I even... Can we get to the refill room? I don't think so. Do I dare save again and try to go further west on this map? Chai, welcome back. Hello. There's no way they keep making all the amiibo, especially if they're intended to be collectibles and have value from that. I don't know. I mean, this is... yeah, I don't have a good answer. This is Nintendo we're talking about, not like a small business looking for new and better ethical practices, unfortunately. Oh no, I got pancaked! Oh. Alright. I'm trying to see if this door midway up will let us go through it. It appears not. Not super surprising. Ugh. I mean, I think we have our answer, which is that sorry, no refill room for you, but we tried really hard to get around that. Yeah, what a bummer. I feel like we should just die then, because yeah, we have like so few resources. I wasted a bunch of resources. We can still go back into the pancake room though and get stuff. But I have to spend a power bomb to come in here. But at least we can get more health. Is there... They regret committing every Smash character to an amiibo. Alright, that's probably enough because... That's probably enough for now. Do you have to powerbomb those walls? I don't know, but maybe... Maybe hold off on suggesting things. Ended up getting the Shovel Knight amiibo. No, no, no. Just hold off on telling me, like, stuff to look for. Now I'm not gonna go back and do it. Okay, that got us some more health. God. And then this room, what was going on with this room? Oh, this is the eyeball door room. And I think this is locked over here? Yeah, okay. Kovo, welcome in. How's it going? And new Metroid boy, hello. Looks like password being password, yeah. And Surge, welcome in as well. How's it going? This isn't how we get through. It's over here. But I still feel like I have to... Oh, I can leave these trapped in there. Oh, maybe not. There, we can leave them trapped. Ah, I hesitated. Oh, I'm not dumb. Okay, we got the eyeball door to refill our stuff, but I really wanted like a place to farm things. That's so funny. The red X, I'm glad you didn't backseat the red X either. I forgot. Cause I don't see those and go, oh yes, a health refill, but it's a very important one. I feel like we should go save. We haven't saved with good resources in a long time. And I'm tired of being like constantly afraid of finding farming spots. Yeah, the door is eyeballing us, exactly. Was waiting for that. Yep, it happens. Escape the scary, oops, SAX encounter. Where you gave up in your childhood. We made it through that section. I feel like just barely. Oh, but now this doesn't refill. Interesting. Okay. That's fine. Spospo! What's happening here? We got eaten. Chomp, 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 chomp. Okay, that is something that takes damage. It looks like a Chozo statue, though. I'm just gonna continue shooting at it because it's the only thing I can do in this room. Where am I? There we are. Chomp, 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 chomp. I don't think it's doing anything. Oh, yeah, the head fell off. Oh, God. Wow. Oh, goodness. Yeah, they brought back Samus eaters. I hate those things. Mother brain flashbacks, I know. Didn't notice it looked like a Chozo. I thought it was just a big root. I didn't want to shoot it at first. Okay, this walk to the boss room, though, is fine. Those poor little wasps are trapped. Huge fan of Metroid franchise, but never found out what type of statue it is. Chozo, yeah! Oh, and the golden chorizo. And then there's the fact that it sounds like chorizo, yes. Okay. What the heck is going on? Hi, Mel. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in. Did you use X-ray beam? Sadly, we don't have one. How was your stream? What were you doing? Zarel, it's good to see you. Hi, friends. I'm Jen. We're playing Super Metroid. I read Super Metroid from your raid message. We're playing Metroid Fusion for the first time ever. Boss fight raid, I know. That's 2 today. I'm gonna pause for a second to say hi while, before we go back into this fight. Chorizos are the animated Chozo statues. I did a little game dev for like 5 minutes and then wept openly for 3.5 hours. That's an exhausting stream. What'd you get done with your game? And then what did you get done emotionally from weeping openly? Do you feel better now? It's good to see you. We made a little platform and it was okay. Nice. I'll have to check it out. I want to see it. That sounds like game development. Yeah. Oh no. I'm sorry, Mel. Oh goodness. We're fighting a statue. A stationary statue that I just have to put a bunch of missiles into while I get hit with these pollen spores and chomped on by Vileplumes. Only thing that will quench my thirst is a G&T. Enjoy your G&T. That sounds pretty good, actually. Okay, we knocked this thing's head off. Oh no! Oh, it hits us if we... Okay. I'm so bad at this. But it's bright purple now. Oops. No! Oh! Another one of these! Oh, but we've got more space. Oh god. Oh, no, 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 no. It has special lasers. I don't think we're gonna make it. No. It has special lasers right at the moment when you need to hit it in the face. Oh. No. I played Minecraft Randomizer. Oh, nice. That's fun. Oh, hang on. Waiting for Fusion ROM hack where SAX gets X-ray. Just recovered from crying over a piece of writing I did related to Outer Wilds. Oh, I'll have to go check it out later, Chai. You fight 2 Chorizo in this game. Oh, sure. What's the name of the boss? You can tell me that, Toombs. That's fine. Thanks for asking. Laredo, welcome back. This one has done me in a ton of times. Nettori, cool, cool. We got this. We got this. Starting out with not full health. Beautiful. Immediately falling into a Vileplume. Beautiful. I know, good thing we have 7 bajillion missiles. And if we run out of missiles, charge beam. Oh god! Normally I can get out of here quicker than that! Ugh. You can't use the thing on the right. God. Just die. I want to start over. No! I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. You suck. I'm trapped. I'm trapped. Leave me alone. Oh, but if I just shoot you when it's not the right time, you give a bunch of health. Okay, alright, alright, alright. Now I know. No, I don't really need missiles. I need health. Health! Oh! Oh, oh god, oh god. No! This is so dense! Gimme! Oh, every time it fires, though, is the only time it opens its eye. And it keeps giving us missiles that I don't need. We have 92. You think we're gonna run out of missiles? I can take advantage of the fact that it stops in that one direction for a little moment. No, leave me alone. You're not nice. I'm just trying to get enough health to be able to fight you. This is stupid. Oh, I didn't even get my missile in time. Yeah, there's no way. There's no way. That's so stupid. Lenneth, welcome in. How's it going? So-Call, thank you for coming in with the raid. How's it going? I am not late at all. Nah, you're good. Right on time. I wonder if we can use power bombs on that enemy. It is yellow after all. Oops. Oh. Oh god. Oh no. Oh god. Panic. This stupid pollen. I don't know how to avoid it. It's just one of those ones where you have to take a million hits. At least it's falling the same way every time. Every single one of these is on the ground? What the heck? There we go. Oop, and I've messed it up. Alright, heckin' heck. No. We have more health than last time, I guess. Oh god! Stop! Leave me the heck alone. There's no way to shoot off a missile and then jump afterwards. I cannot. I can't even remember how to jump. Oh, it's just like a matter of having enough health. That was stupid. Plasma beam, okay. Cool, can you just, like, leave me alone and open the doors instead? Thanks. Flonase, yeah, that would be nice. Thanks, friends. I didn't like that one at all. Not at all. How cramped the room is. It just was like... I feel like there was no way to do damage without taking damage. But it was giving us health back, which is like, okay, I guess like if we have to take damage, then we can grab some of the health it's dropping. But I don't like the feeling of having to sit there and shoot a missile at the eye when it opens and then knowing it's just gonna shoot right back. Who needs plasma beam when you can have personal space? Exactly. Shinsero, hi, also, welcome in. SAX isn't walking around the corner, or are they? Yeah. Frozen missiles work on Parasite, but not Mini Nuke. I don't know the logic. One window for dealing damage without taking it, but it was small. Yeah. Dread is going to continue the story for the first time since Fusion. I can't wait for the new lore and the story to continue. We're all very excited. Enemies never going to give as much health as they take. Dang, you all. I feel like we gotta increase this. This is wonderful, but I cannot keep up. Can we do that for a little bit? Is that okay? I'm not trying to scare anybody off, but it's flying with Metroid, and I want to be able to, like, keep up with you all. Been progressing fast in the game, lock level 3. We've done so much, Lenneth. I wasn't sure how it would go down after, what did we do? Oh, after we saved the animals, they told us, the computer said, go back to your ship, and that was very ominous, and I didn't know what was gonna happen next. Chat's fast! I know. Alright, so what is this basically... Don't answer this. Is this basically wave beam? I don't know, because those are all breakable anyways. Are there any secrets in here? I wish I could do that with real-life group conversations. Yeah, sometimes. Chat, you're neato! You are! The enthusiasm. Use slow beam, yeah. Alright, I don't think there's anything happening in there. And this is where we were before. But these are all free now from my power bomb because I got rid of all the vines. Rip vine. Was this ever anything to the left? I don't think so, right? No. Plasma beam feels good in this game, yeah. It's a much desired upgrade. I wonder if those other doors will be open now. All the backtracking we tried to do. Oh, hello. These are open now. Go figure. I mentioned Spore Spawn the second we went into that fight. I did notice. Oh, one of these rooms. These always mean treasure. But we're gonna have to be more clever now. Oh, well, it means secret block. This is a cool looking room. I called him a Spospo, not Spore Spawn, but same thing. Do we want to go all the way down to the bottom left corner? Mm-hmm. I think we do. Let's go explore! Oops. Get out of here, bees! I like having this instead of having to remember to use missiles every time. Although, we've been doing pretty good with it. It's nice to just have an upgraded weapon. Legally Blind, thank you for the follow. Thanks for supporting a fellow human. Welcome in. Learning Spo Skip was so satisfying. Yeah, it's a good one. The bees are key hunters. Gotcha. Should avoid spoiling other Metroids. Yeah, we've... Oh, of course I do this. We've had, It's so tough because they're all, like... Oh, I'm gonna need ice here. They're not new games, right? But still not everybody has had a chance to play them. But also, if I end up streaming them, I selfishly don't want them spoiled. But yeah. No worries, it's okay, Tombs. I feel like I need one... How am I gonna do this? Like one over here and one over there, maybe? No, because then how? Oh no. Oh, there's also one down here. Weird. We can maybe power bomb that later. Go, go, go! Just imagined what it would be like if I got infected with X parasites. Ugh. No thank you. I like this positioning. But I think I know what I have to do. I don't think that's it. No, oh, I can't stand up there. Rip. We're gonna lose all of our health in this puzzle room. We should exit for now. Is it an E-tank? No, it's more power bombs. Jen the Samus. Jen the Chozo, Jen the Space Pirate. Could be. I forget if you can powerbomb rippers, but that won't help. We have to use them. Oh, I remember this underwater bit. We sort of came in here. Oh no. Oh no, Jen! We came in here and explored. Is it this upper one? No, it's the lower one that leads to a save eventually. Gen X, JTX. I have cosplayed her. And hopefully we'll get to again. Well, I think whatever happens with the stream, we'll be putting Samus Zero Suit on Fan House. I don't need to save every time, I just need to go through a door. We don't need a ton more health, but just a little bit for wandering around. It's probably 3 energy tanks is probably fine for now until we get to refill. I'm bummed about that room with the rippers though. Plasma melts through enemies? Yeah. It really does. Oh, that room is gonna bother me so much. I feel like we lost way more health coming down here to save than if we had just kept trying at that room. Maybe we'll make our way up towards, that other spot on the map that we haven't figured out yet. This is interesting. I don't know how close we are to endgame for Fusion, but I definitely thought the game was gonna have a different vibe at this point. I feel like we're almost at a halfway point now, whereas last time I was like, oh, I think we're getting close. Miss Ice Beam, yeah. I do and I don't. I like having it on as default. It's a cool idea. To have it with missiles, but sometimes it's nice to just freeze everything. Is there a reason you prefer the other services besides Patreon? I think I started with Ko-fi and I really like the interface for Ko-fi because I didn't want a membership site when I started when I added an extra means of, I don't know, support that wasn't Twitch. And then Fan House is new. I'm trying it out. Can we not space jump underwater? I don't think we can. Could we wall jump underwater before? Oh! We can, but it, you know, doesn't work very well. Plasma beam space jump, how did Yakuza treat you? It was tough, yeah, it was really tough. We got it eventually, but it took quite a few tries. I feel like Patreon is really common for YouTubers, but not as, I haven't seen it as much for streamers, for Twitch streamers rather. But it's also a good option. I feel like Patreon is, what I associate it with is like, hey, for additional videos, subscribe to my Patreon, and that's not really what I was doing at first either. Or like a newsletter or something like that. Whereas Ko-fi is like additional pictures, mostly blog posts, and then we can do a shop or like commissions. I've seen people do a lot of profile overlay commissions through it. All right, I'm gonna go. We're gonna abandon some of this. We're gonna go up and out. And I think refill and maybe talk to the computer and see what's coming up next. Exclusive cat pictures. There actually are exclusive cat pictures on the Ko-fi page that I don't post anywhere else. Secrets. Did we get any pickups from that? We got that one missile, I think? No, we saved after that. I think we're good to just head out. I think I just want to keep going up that particular hallway. There's like so many ways for us to get out of here now. It's so opened up. I don't really want to save here. I think we'll be okay. I say that now. It's just this one little hallway, right? These jumpy things are what keep killing me. Oh, this is gonna pop out. Oh, okay. This is why we didn't go this way, though, because I was pretty sure this was a point of no return. Oh, well. Oh, interesting. Okay. It's not a crumble block. Definitely thought it was a crumble block. That's good then. We can go back that way sometime. Are these all power blum? Power... I keep saying power blom. There we go. There we go. Power boom, yeah. Sounds in sync here. Is there a sound issue? Okay. Let's see. Yeah, let's see what the computer says. I'm glad we got our locks back. We got our doors. Everything seems to be going more smoothly. What? You've restored plasma beam functionality? Most unexpected. Even so, continue to avoid the SAX. It too may be stronger. And you still lack a few abilities crucial to survival. Interesting, the computer's surprised. Wait a second. More trouble, hold on. Dot 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 dot. I've isolated the cause. There's been an explosion in the ARC data room. Samus, go to Sector 5. Is your objective clear? Yeah. The damage is staggering. Find out what's causing it. It's a lot of dots, yeah. Interesting. And they give you this sense infusion of these sectors, like, okay, we're gonna go through them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or maybe 1, 2, 4, 3, 6, 5. You know, that's fine. We can go out of order. But now we're at the point where, no, now you go back into the sectors for other stuff. Like, we're revisiting 5. So that's kind of cool. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Thanks for supporting a fellow human. And Elias, welcome in. How's it going? Alright. We've got our instructions. I actually think we're gonna wrap up a little bit early today. I think this is a good spot. We did some hard bosses and this is really creepy music right here.